Most of you are familiar with Ruger, as are most of you familiar with Magpul. Now, are you familiar with Ruger's new RXM, which is a Ruger upper slide and the parts and a Magpul lower? You heard me right. This is a joint venture between Ruger and Magpul. So what exactly is the Ruger RXM? That's what you're here to find out. Now, you're going to want to check this out. Real quick, what to expect in this review. Test it out with the iron sights, a red dot, at distance, accuracy, reliability, and performance, and put a Glock Gen 3 compatible slide on it and test it. Let's get to it. I'm Drew Case from Beyond Seclusion, bringing you the reviews directly here to Gun.Deals, where I only give you my honest opinion, and it is what it is. Now, real quick, if you are not familiar with Gun.Deals, they are a website where you can go and share and find the best gun-related deals available for purchase online or in retail stores. It's awesome, guys. You just type in the gun or the product that you're looking for in the search, and it will show you everything that has been posted from any user, company, or website. Now, they don't sell anything. They just simply have the links that take you to the places that do. It's awesome, genius. I use it all the time. Check it out. I like to keep things KISS or keep it simple, stupid, and you will find most of the technical info and specs here in just a minute. Now, basically what they did was create a Glock Gen 3 compatible Ruger 9mm using a Magpul lower base. That's right, it's compatible with Glock slides, barrels, and parts for the Gen 3. Now, I don't have a compact Glock Gen 3 to test, but I do have a Glock clone slide to test this out. Take a look at the specs and tech. Okay, so let's do a fast out of the case. Okay, up here we have the instruction manual. These are the pins that will go in for the footprint for an optic, so it actually has different options depending on where we put these pins. I'll show you, it's absolutely genius. I love this idea. This is starting to catch on. Good for Ruger for doing this. Okay, let's just get going here. Okay, so we have the slide release. It is not ambidextrous. What we have here is Magpul's new lower, the pistol lower, but this is going to be compatible with Glock. So we're going to use Glock mags. We have a really nice flared magwell. I like that. Okay, disassembly, we just simply like a Glock, and it slides off. Now, one of the key things with this is we do have a fire control assembly group that we can take out and transfer between different lowers. I'm assuming Magpul's gonna have, I know they're gonna have different colors. They will probably have different styles, which gives us a lot of different options. I really, really like that. I love the breakdown, you know, and then just like a Glock, our barrel will come out and then we just slide it back on. Okay, for the sights, we've got all metal sights. We've got the serration there that helps with the reflection. We've got a tritium dot front sight, night sight. I love that. We have chamber indicator there. It's got the scallops and the, you know, the texturing for trigger finger and then also for thumb. Got a nice scallop here for our mag release. I'll have to look. Now, I don't think that that's ambidextrous or interchangeable. And then we've got a nice flat trigger. The trigger pull on this, not bad. Okay, real quick, let's see what we get for trigger pull. That's not bad. Less than 5 pounds. Less than 5 pounds. We have a nice big trigger well here. I really, really like that. The serrations are on the front and on the back. They're nice and aggressive. We've got a high beaver tail here so that you can get a really high grip. It's comfortable. The texturing on the grip is really comfortable. It's not overly aggressive, and it's not, too smooth. We do have a single slot Picatinny rail here. Now I'm going to show you here, when we take this off, we've got a whole bunch of different options here, and they include the pins so that we can have 2 different footprints. I think that's awesome. That's a great idea. RMR, and then the, I think, shield or delta point, it's there in the manual. And the manual will also show you how to take out the trigger assembly group. Now, what is interesting is here is a Glock compatible. This is a dagger upper. And we will try that. I don't have a Glock that is a compact, so I don't have the slide. I'm assuming it will be just fine because this, the dagger, is actually Glock compatible. That opens up all kinds of doors for modularity, upgrades, basically customization. I mean, this is really great thinking on Ruger and Magpul's part. It's awesome. Okay, so I'm working on getting an optic on this, and one of the things I hate about pistol optics, why I've even considered not reviewing them, is you never know what pitch thread and length of screw that you need. I gotta say, they outdid themselves, because I'm mumbling and I'm grumbling, and I thought, I'll just look in the instruction manual, which I don't usually do because they usually don't have it. They've got it right there. That is so awesome. That makes me so happy. So here's the one that we have. We have the RMS, and I know the exact pitch that I need, and the length is easy. So let's get an optic on here. Now I have a Sealy optic that I'm going to use, and they come, fortunately, with a lot of different screws. And this is actually the screw and the length that fits. It's not an M440. It's an M4 0.7, so I'm not sure where the discrepancy is, either in the manual or with this, but this did work. So the first thing I like to do when I get a gun is take it straight out of the box. Don't mess with the sights, don't do anything, and see what we can do at 50 yards. Hey, that wasn't bad. Let's try 100. Not bad. Okay, we're back here at the CQB range. Let's just see what we can do with the iron sights. I started missing. Not sure what happened there. So what was the purpose of this? What was the design for self-defense? 25 yards, 50 yards, 100 yards, and then up close and transitioning, I would say it met its goal. Now what I want to do is I want to put an optic on it, and I want to see how far we can go and what size of groups we can get at 50 yards with a red dot, which is really taking the accuracy to the limit, and is actually taking it way beyond what it was designed for and intended for. But that's the purpose of a review, is to have some fun with it and push the limits. Okay, so like I showed you, this took my dagger or my Glock 3 clone. I've got it on here. Let's just show you what it can do. You know, I'd say it ran without a hitch. Okay, so I'm sighting in the Optic at 25 yards, not my usual 50, just the wind and the weather. And I think we'll be fine with 25. We're still gonna reach out at distance, but using the AAC, the 115 grain full metal jacket, I just wanted to show you quick what we have for a sight picture. And it's really nice. I like that. I'm using an old Sealy Optic. If we move down and are looking at the iron sights, it corresponds. So actually it made it really easy to dial in the red dot because I know that it was shooting pretty straight. Take a look at those groups. Okay, so I just sort of dialed it in using the iron sights, and I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was the dialing it in. And then the last was 1, there's 2 there, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, I'm really happy with that at 25 yards. Real quick, let's just do an accuracy test here at 25 yards, you know, benching it. We've got 6 different loads here, you know, variety, some full metal jacket and some self-defense rounds. Let's see how we do. So we just finished with the groups. Let's take a look. Okay, so I think I pretty much remember these. So that was the AAC, the 124 grain XTP. That's nice, guys. That's another one. That was the 147 grain gold dot. Nice. That's the, what was it? I think 124 grain plus P, a little more spread out. That was the SAR USA, the 124. Oh, that's terrible. That was the Federal Golden Eagle. And then this was the Wolf, and that's pretty solid. You know, it's to the right, but you know, this is why I say it is what it is, because those are the groups that I shot, and it is what it is. Okay, we have a really nice cold morning here in Nebraska. We are below freezing. The sun hasn't come up yet, and the reason I'm shooting is because there's no wind. So we got the red dot on here. Let's see what we can do at 50. And I can tell you for sure that the misses were flinching, not the gun. Okay, so I knew it was cold, it was below freezing, but I just looked at the temp and it's 14 degrees. So that doesn't give me a whole lot of time, and I don't shoot very well with gloves, but let's just see what we can do. Benched here, yeah, what the heck happened there? Well, there you have it, guys. You decide what you think. As I always say, it is what it is. If you liked this, come check me out on Beyond Seclusion on YouTube and Rumble. Until next time on Gun.Deals, happy shooting. Remember, educate our young people to shooting and gun safety. And every time we're on the range, that makes you and me ambassadors for the Second Amendment. So do us all a favor. Be a good ambassador. Be a safe and responsible gun owner.